Siege is a game of two sides. In this season, our Operator Remaster...
I don't care.
And there's a lot coming this season. And it starts with our first remaster. Operator Remasters are an impactful addition to the game, playlist, and you'll be able to customize them. We're also introducing
They should have had every gun in the game.
changes,
They should have been able to have
making
every
sure that
gun
it's
in the game.
A lot more equal on both sides of the attack and defense coin.
This is the best thing of season.
Marketplace is coming for everyone. As long as you're above clearance level 25, you'll have access to it. For warming up, we're introducing the Endless Drill, allowing you to fight every single floor of a map over and over and over again so that you are warmed up for battle.
This is still
And
the
we have
worst thing that
much
they
more
did.
for you, including a big update for weapon stats so that you get to learn more about the tools that you use in the game. All of us on the team are extremely excited about this new season, and we can't wait until you get your hands on it.
The Siege team is always working to improve player protection. For the latest, Alexander Karpazis is back with an update.
Player protection. Yeah. Oh, God.
In a mid-season roadmap update, we communicated about a delay for the reputation system coming out of beta.
The
for
system
us,
that doesn't
it's
even
really
work
important
now.
to make sure that we get this right and that we listen to the feedback. And we received a lot of feedback
that no one likes
there's
it.
still work to be
It's
done.
stupid.
We're working on
It
the
doesn't
quality of
work.
the system
It doesn't
making sure
work.
that we can verify all of the reports that are made.
It doesn't
using
work.
At the end, we want a system that you can trust and that can actually tackle
I have been
the toxicity
respectable
in the game
the
in a way that
entire
you
time
feel
of this
confident
season.
in. That means delaying the reputation system to later in the year. Right now, the beta means that we can collect feedback and you can give feedback. It's so that you can understand what the reputation system's about, and for those players that have a reputation score that is low, how to get it higher. We talked a lot about
I literally
NPC
don't
at the
team
6
kill or do
invitationals,
anything half the
but
time,
we need
and
to
my
show
shit
results
has
for it
not
as well.
changed.
And I'm super happy to say that the team has been doing incredible work. We've made a 7 times improvement to the number of data points we use to make bans. This also means that we've increased our ban rate by 60% in the last season, and we've seen a huge reduction in cheaters, and especially rage cheats.
Reduction?
Plus, we've created new detections for DDoS, improving DDoS detection. It's
I
also
played
important
more
to point out
cheaters
that
this
new data
season than the
bans using
previous
machine
season.
learning is already given us great results. It's led to less time manually making
All
bans.
I do is play
and
cheaters.
It's made a much wider net for us to cast, trying to find those cheaters. It's helping a lot. We're working with Steam
literally
back
is
bans
ass.
so that it's harder for cheaters to make multiple accounts or for people who want to smurf.
This is
This
fine.
means a better overall experience for PC players and a
I have played
reduction in
so
cheaters
many
having
cheaters this
access to new
season.
accounts.
I don't see what you
In
guys
the
are
Year
talking
9
about
reveal
there.
back in
And I've
February,
gotten like maybe
we
not even
promised to
half of my
address the
rollbacks.
influence of our defensive powerhouses. This season, Solus will receive her first update.
Good.
But she's not the only one.
Fenrir.
We're also taking on Fenrir and adjusting his threat level accordingly. Game director Joshua Mills
Took him like
has more.
3 seasons for them to fix these characters, but whatever.
So the philosophy for year 9
hate
in
this guy.
balancing is fundamentally getting
hate
that
this
match
guy.
between our attackers and our defenders.
The reason
It doesn't
why is
matter
he's
what
like,
side of
grenades
the
are
fight
OP.
you're on, you're engaged in a fair fight, and you have the tools you need to get the job done. For Season 2, as we mentioned at SI, we're actually going across to the defense side and going after a couple of those powerhouses. So this means Fenrir and Solus will be receiving updates.
They
so
use the
Solus,
worst
the
attachments.
fact that she can take down all the drones in the prep phase is a huge problem. So
yes.
we're addressing that. We're making sure that her spec IO glasses no longer work during the prep phase. This allows our players on attack to be able to get their drones in position, suss out what the defense is doing, and make those necessary changes using attacker repick, for example. When the prep phase closes, Solus' gadget will be available, and she
And
can
it
start
took
hunting
5
drones.
seasons for them to
But
figure
she can
this
only
out.
detect drones that are actively being used. So
5
you can have your
seasons for
drones
them to
go into a
balance
standby state
Solus.
and hide. So you'll have more opportunity to keep your drones alive, hiding them from Solus, sussing out where she is, and then making plays around the fact
But
that
when
you
an
know that gadget's
attacker,
online
they
now,
nerf
and
attackers
you can
way
hide yourself
faster.
away by making sure you get off your drone before Solus finds you. It's not the only change coming. The capacity of the spec IO glasses will be reduced as well, from 20 seconds down to 10 seconds, which means Solus only has 10 seconds to use that device.
Yeah.
Additionally, in order to activate the device, it must be at 100% charge. So if you've used the device at all and try to reactivate it, you will not be able to until it fully charges again.
This is a
Additionally,
good
we're
nerf.
reducing the detection range, so Solus actually has to
Yes!
put herself at a little bit
This
more
is-
risk
that's
in order
why
to
I
get that
fucking
intel.
hate how far
We're
it
removing
goes.
impact
That is
grenades
better.
from her loadout and giving her proximity as a replacement. This
Yep.
is part 1
Get
of
rid
the
of her
2-part update.
impacts.
The
I
reason we're
fucking
doing that
called
is, one,
every
for speed.
change,
You want to
bro.
make sure that we get this stuff in your hands faster.
Impacts,
and that we
she was
release
too
some of the
OP,
pressure that
bro.
some of these operators
The
are causing.
impacts.
Now, we saw this work with Grim, where we did a part 1 and part 2 update, and that's exactly the same philosophy we're using for Solus here. Another operator update coming
I mean,
is for Fenrir.
there's not
We'll
really
be
much
actually
else you can
reducing
do.
how
What
many
else are you
lines
gonna
he
do
has
to her if you're
from
taking her
5 to 4,
impacts away?
and from 3 codes down
And
to
you already
2.
nerfed
He'll
her
have to be
for-
much more selective about how he's using his gadget.
And
Additionally,
Fenrir is
if
no
a mine
longer
disabled,
Fenrir
or
is no
destroyed,
longer
the
going to be
code will
OP,
refunded
yes,
due to this
which is
reduction.
great.
Additionally, those FNATs will no longer be bulletproof, which means Fenrir has to be very careful about where he places them because they're always going to be vulnerable. We're looking at his secondaries as well. Combining an FNAT with barbed wire can be very powerful. So we're actually
I know they're changing barbed wire
and giving
as
them
well.
observation blockers to help obscure where
Of
those
course,
FNATs are.
Fenrir's
We want to make sure that he
Fenrir is still going to be
scary,
strong
and we
after
do
this
need to
because
pay
there's
attention
spots
to
where
his
you can put
gadgets.
Fenrir
At the same time,
where it's
we
going to be
wanna
really
bring
hard to
him in
shoot.
line with the mythology
So
that
like
we have
Fenrir's
for the
still going to
game,
be very
where gadgets
strong.
should not be spammed.
It's just he's not going to be
Right
as
now, he
banned
has
as
a lot
much,
of them, so we're tackling that.
which is nice. You don't have to
The
ban him as
Marketplace
much.
beta has seen a lot of engagement, and it's helped us refine the feature to get it ready for release this season. To
I
give you
don't
more
care.
details, please welcome Associate Monetization Director Joey Adept.
I don't care
Popular
about the
game mode
marketplace.
for a limited run, and adding a map filter option in the standard playlist, which Live Content Director Christopher Budgeon can tell you all about.
A map filter? Why?
So this season, we're introducing a new system called map filtering in the standard playlist. This means that players can select playing ranked, non-ranked, or all maps within their experience. That means for the first time, you'll be able to play tactically.
Why
or
haven't
all
we?
maps
Okay, so my biggest
within their
problem with
experience.
ranked is they have maps in here that aren't in Pro League. If ranked supposed to be a reflection of, or Pro League is supposed to be a reflection of ranked, the map should be the identical. Take out Emerald Plains.
That means
Emerald
for the first
Plains is a
time,
terrible
you'll be
map.
able to
That
play
map needs to go.
tactically on non-ranked maps within standard. Attrition is an arcade game mode that's coming back for a limited time, where every round, the operators that are played, both on attack and defense, are eliminated for the rest of the match. At the
That's kinda
start of
funny.
the match, 5 attackers and 5 defenders will be automatically removed randomly. That means going into the first round,
There's like you
attrition
can
has already
throw the
started,
Fenrirs
and
in
you'll have to play
washing
with the puzzle pieces
machines
available
and
to
other
you.
things like
Attrition
that. Fenrirs
playlist
are
is
still gonna
coming
be
back
good.
for a limited time from June 18th until July 2nd.
New premium rewards
I think
on
there
the
should
way
be
as
team
we're
killing,
introducing
but, like-
membership this season.
Oh,
To give
God.
you more info, here's Business Strategy Director Mohammed Ben Hanada.
Ubisoft's trying to take more money of ours,
We're glad
guys.
to announce that we'll be bringing membership on Siege. Membership is a new and the best way to get some of the game's new
This skin over here was an exclusive
and
skin.
exciting content.
You get Battle Pass access, so you get Battle Pass. You get access to the Battle Pass every time. It's fine.
As
That's
well
a
as
lame
exclusive
Epic
customization that won't be available in the shop. So how does it work? Each month, as a member, you will have access to the Premium Battle Pass along with its privileges. That comes in the form of the 10% shop discount and the 30% faster progression. You will also get 10 Battle Pass tokens in order to kickstart your Battle Pass season, 1 Bravo pack, 1 full Epic bundle, and 1 legendary item, which is part of a legendary bundle that will be tied to the season.
$5.
The Premium Battle Pass, the 10 tokens, and the Bravo pack will be
This
given
should be
as
like
soon as they're
$5.
available. Will be given each month at your rebilling date, while the full Epic bundle and the legendary item will be given on the 28th of the month. For the players who stayed members throughout the season and got the 3 legendary items, and therefore the legendary bundle, you will also get
Yeah.
an extra operator card.
This should be
unlocked
$5.
as a bonus. For players
is
who
all
will join on
trash.
the first week of season 2, you will get an exclusive Epic bundle only offered during that period, as well as 600 Rainbow Six credits. We want to make membership evolve in order to make members feel like true VIPs.
How
on
much
Siege.
is it?
So as always, we'll be listening to your feedbacks to see how we can make
If this
membership
bitch is
better for the upcoming
$15,
seasons.
bro,
So stay tuned.
I'm gonna pay.
Watching a Siege match could be a powerful way to learn about the game, connect with your community,
I feel like
or
so,
see
yeah.
some of the best players in the world compete.
How
We're
much is it?
introducing an updated viewing experience that will help you see more, learn more, and make each match all more thrilling to
An
watch.
actual cool
UX
change.
designer Lawrence Ematange is here to tell you all about it.
The other ones really didn't matter. I wonder how much the membership's gonna be. If it's $15, bro, that's way overpriced.
For spectators,
for what they're
casters,
offering.
and observers, because they're all using the same HUD, and we wanted to make that very efficient for them.
Oh, I like the
we
new
moved
HUD,
cards from the
actually.
side
That's
to
nice.
The bottom. We went for a more contextual and dynamic approach with these cards. The cards give more information during the prep phase because
Yeah,
that's
it
when
doesn't look
you
like they
really
said it,
analyze
because I
the
don't wanna say
strategies
it.
of our game. And then we remove that
$15. Well, it should be 15 or
$20
$20 a month.
So even if we remove information during the action phase, we give the opportunity to casters to re-add that information on a toggle, so you have the inventory
Ooh,
of
I
each
like
player
this.
visible.
It's cool,
so
I
we allow
guess.
space in the cards to show what a player has in hand at any given moment. So if a player is putting on a barricade, that
Yeah.
space in the card shows exactly what that player is doing. And if a player is ready to
This
throw
is
a
fine.
grenade, you will see it in the card as well. We also added some animations.
I'm
to that
assuming they-
part, so we can see when a player
they're
is
editing
low on
Stadium
ammunition,
Bravo as
or if
well.
a player is shooting,
They're
or if
reworking
a
it.
player is taking damage. We
Maybe
also
not make
added
it like an
the player live
identical,
location,
boring map.
which
This
helps
looks like a
understanding what is happening and
looks
where
like a new
exactly.
rework.
So at season launch, the cards will be available
Or am I
in spectator
tripping?
mode. So this means they will also
Also,
be
there's
visible in our
nights,
esports ecosystem,
which is
and
nice.
We're working really hard to
If
make
I'm-
the
if that
cards
looks right, I mean,
available
it's
in
kinda
our
dark
trade
in
later
there.
this year.
I don't know if it's
We're
the
super
lighting,
excited
but
to hear more about your thoughts on these new cards so we can improve even more in the future.
Now for a little surprise, that wasn't on the roadmap. Operation New Blood is bringing some quality of life improvement to both Stadium Bravo and Stadium Alpha maps.
I called it.
Team World lead Jeremy Dowsett joins us to
I'm like,
walk
that
us
didn't
through
look
these
like Stadium
changes.
Bravo at all. I was like, it looks completely different.
The Stadium Alpha and Stadium Bravo, it's
mean, it's not a good
quality
map.
of life changes. The community loved them as events, and they came out in the playlists, but there was a problem, and the problem was the bulletproof glass. We
Yes!
used it, we put it everywhere.
That was
we were
stupid!
experimenting, and the thing we've done is we've
Thank
removed bulletproof
you!
glass from
Fortnite
the
Crew is
objective
worth it?
sites.
No, it's not.
This means for defenders, it's actually much more comfortable to defend.
I mean,
because
at least
the
your
attackers
game's
can't just
free to
park the
play.
drone outside the
This one
window
you have to
and then
spend
just
money
ping you and
to
know
get
where you are.
into.
So the problem with the two maps was you'd always have to defend an objective off-site.
So, I mean,
because you're
that's
always
more
gonna get pinged.
acceptable
Now, with the removal of
than
bulletproof glass
sieges, because you have to
from
spend
those
money to
areas,
play this
it
game.
means as a defender, you can actually stay on site and actually defend.
Actually looks like a good
Stadium
change.
Bravo,
Maybe
there's
this
been
map
changes
won't
to
be
the Wales
ass.
border, and there's been changes to the coastline section. Again, these are just minor wall tweaks, doorway tweaks.
Don't mind it as
Nothing
much.
Too serious,
I'll have to play on
but
it to see
we
it.
have linked a few areas with some
Well,
extra doors. So
if
showers
it's
are linked
the
with
problem
door,
with
servers
this
are now
map
linked with
wasn't
door.
ranked.
We've added an
The only
extra patch.
problem with it
Again,
is
we've
it was
gone
just a
from
terrible map.
rebalanced
But
the
this,
floors, so they actually match to the objective, so it's
This
actually
looks
easier
nice.
to attack and defend with the breakable floors. The team that worked upon these maps, Etienne, Alexandra J,
I don't mind it.
Dominic, the level design, they've done a really great job, and we're looking
looks
forward
good.
to these maps coming
I would
out
like to play
into
it.
all of the playlists,
Take this-
except for ranked, and we're looking forward
I
to the
hope
feedback.
if it's a
This
good
season
map,
is adding
take
more
out
playable
Emerald Plains
operators,
and put
AI
in
defenders,
Stadium
and
Bravo.
map choices
If it's
to
a good
versus
one.
AI and map training
That's all I'm
playlists.
saying.
Plus, we've got a new drill coming for experienced players looking to
Take out
sharpen their
Emerald
skills
Plains
even
and
further.
put that one in if
To
it's
give you more
actually
details,
good. Because the
Christopher
problems
Budget
was
is
all the
back.
windows were stupid. It just wasn't a really designed well map, and it
For the
just
Versus
was
AI playlist,
uncreative.
we're bringing 2 new maps, 2 new AI defenders, and 4 new playable attackers, including Deimos. Starting this season, you'll be able to warm up and train in the Versus AI playlist on both Coastline
I don't
and
fucking
Night.
care.
It's from a
Just bring
wonderful
back terrace
collaboration
hunts.
and Sentry helmet to differentiate the two sides of the same coin. These are the Swiss Army knives of the operators, and we intentionally wanted them to feel like a character you can embody. We've all been recruits at some point on our journey in Siege, and we
Years
want you
ago,
to believe
when the game
that
first
you are
came
that
out.
next recruit standing beside operators.
gonna use recruit,
that are
bro.
Heroes and legends.
You got the
We've also
M4.
made sure that these
Like, at least on
recruits are
attack. Like, I don't need to use
customizable. So
attackers
now
anymore.
you
I'll
can
be
fit
using
them
this
out
guy.
the way that you want to represent yourself as a recruit in Rainbow Six Siege.
I'm gonna use this guy.
So season 2 is
Striker.
a really exciting moment for us on the team because this is when we get to introduce our first remaster. This is fundamentally our way of being able to maintain the health of the game, to go back and reevaluate different pieces of content that have been released over time, specifically our operators. And what a better place to start?
What about IQ?
Now, I'm going to say something that's going to probably break some hearts, but it's honestly true, and it's something I've seen through all the design documentation and stuff. But Recruit was never intended to be played. It was there as an option if you didn't have an operator. So they were really not meant to be used in every round. Well, we're changing that. That doesn't make any sense. Recruit needs to have their own moment to shine, and now they do. I gotta stop saying
I don't
Recruit
agree with that
because
statement
it's
at
plural.
all.
It's recruits. We have
Yes,
Striker
Recruit was
on
there
attack,
for
and we
people
have
who
Sentry
didn't have an
on
operator,
defense.
but he also had
Now, the unique thing about
flexibility.
Striker and Sentry
Back
is they're not as
in the
specialized
day of
as our other
Siege,
operators.
he had a
That
huge
doesn't mean they're not
flexibility. He
powerful.
wasn't
In
as
fact, they
bad
become
as
your
he
Swiss
is
Army
now.
knife on attack or
With how many
defense.
other
Striker
operators
and
there
Sentry's
are.
unique ability allows them to field
Back in the
two
day, there was,
generic
like, very
gadgets
few
from their side of the
operators.
fight.
He had
so for Striker,
flexibility.
her gadget kit, she can bring a stun grenade, a hard breach charge, frag grenade, impact EMP grenade,
M4.
smoke grenade, claymore, and breach charge. And remember,
No,
that
they
means Striker
can't.
can take any combination
Not until
of two of
season
these
4.
gadgets. Now, when we're
I'll be
talking about
using her.
Sentry, he can bring in his
I'm gonna
gadget
be
kit.
using Striker.
Impact grenades,
This one
deployable
sucks.
shields.
You know how bad they are? You know how bad they are? They can't even get the gun right. They got the wrong gun. That's not the Commando.
Barbed wire,
Like, that's the 5.52.
nitro cells,
That's not the right gun. That's embarrassing. I mean, I guess you could put the deployable shield and nitro cell.
proximity alarms, observation blockers, and bulletproof cameras.
Or barbed wire.
And once
I know
again,
barbed
just
wire's
like
gonna need a
Striker,
change.
Sentry can bring any combination of two of these gadgets.
That's not bad.
So for Striker, some of these combinations are more obvious.
See, I'm gonna be running that.
hard breach
EMPs
charges
and-
impact
or flash
EMPs.
grenades and hard
That's a
breaches, bro.
self-sufficient hard breacher right there. Another great combination for Striker is a claymore and a breach charge, setting up your own flank watch while taking care of that vertical play. A big important thing about Striker and Sentry is you do not know what they're bringing on the field, which means your strategy can be built around what they have in their pockets, and that requires the other
I've
team to pay
decided that
attention
somebody
to
else
what
has
they're
the
doing.
MP fucking
So when we
or
look
the
at Striker and Sentry's weapon
M4.
loadouts,
That's what I'm
it's
mostly
important that we
excited
have
about.
versatility and customization really at the center here, because we want you to be able to craft Sentry or Striker to fit exactly what your lineup needs. When we look at Striker's weapons, we want to remain true to what Recruit was
That is a
originally,
deadly
which
combo,
is
yeah.
some good all-around weapons for each one of them. But in Striker's case, that means the M4 and the M249.
It's a great gun.
In secondary, the ITA 12S and the 5.7
Why do you
USG.
see? My problem is why
Now,
would you
when we
bring
jump over
hard breaches for Striker when you have a
Sentry's
shotgun?
weapon loadout, they're rocking some fan favorites as well. The Commando 9, the M8.
Commando 9 is not a fan favorite in any way, shape, or form. Nobody uses the Commando 9. And this shotgun is so outdated.
70 in their primary slot, and then the secondary slot, the C75.
The Defender,
auto,
I am
and
not excited for.
Some of the great
The
combinations
attacker,
that you
yeah.
can do with Sentry would be a bulletproof chamber and an observation blocker, or a proximity alarm and a nitro cell. Recruit has always held a special place in our hearts. Being able to go back and revisit them and remaster them in this way is super special to us on the team, and we hope it's awesome for you on the community side as well.
I'm excited for the
impact
M4.
of a remaster in the game is fundamentally as if new operators are coming to the game, because that's how we're treating them.
They
But it's
do feel like
important
new
that the
operators. I'll
essence
give them
of
credit
operator
here.
remains.
They do feel like a whole new
So,
way to play the
how
game.
does it feel to step into
and
the
there's
boots
two
of
of
those
them.
remastered recruits?
So I don't
Let's
mind
get
that.
a fresh perspective from two special guests. Please welcome two-time 6 Invitational Show Match winner, That One Brit, and the reigning Easter egg queen, Titanium Rollo.
Who?
The first thing that comes to mind about old recruits
Who the fuck
kind of
is
more of
that?
a mean gameplay, but this new recruit gives way more possibilities
Who
to
the fuck
game.
are these two?
Gives way more opportunities for your teammates to work together and accomplish the objective.
So I am a massive fan of the new recruits, especially Striker. I
Who
feel
the
like I'm
fuck
an
is
engineer
she?
and Striker main on attack. I love to bring Buck, but I also like to roam clear. So the fact I can now bring a hard breach gadget and claymores is going to come in so clutch for me. And also being able to single-handedly get a wall open.
Is she even good at the game?
For example, you can bring pocket EMPs and also a hard breach gadget.
What the
So I
fuck?
love
I don't know who
that.
that is.
Also,
I don't know who
so
that
many
is.
people
I've never.
who are new
Who
to
the
the game
who the
will
fuck
understand
is
the
that?
rule of if people bring recruit.
Why
you
didn't
have
you
to
bring
do-
Pro League players? Why didn't you bring actual good players who play your game? Who the fuck is she? Actually, I'm not even joking. Spoit, Jinxie, Bolo, all the fucking top players. I don't know. Somebody from Pro League. Who the fuck are these people?
Or it's GM, and now it's going to save them from that because obviously
Hey,
only
whatever.
one person can bring it, so I'm quite happy.
Maybe
about that.
she's like some
I
TikTok
actually love the
person? I don't
defender
know.
side
I don't know
more,
who this
because
is.
I'm a big C4 player. The opportunity to bring a C4 and like a deployable or a BP to play off of makes the defending recruit operator just so great and
That's what it
versatile.
feels like.
If I was going to play more aggressive, like she
Very
said, I would bring claymores
woke, I
and
guess.
flashes and just claymore my flanks and then just flash
Because
right in.
there's
and
other players who have a
hopefully
better
get a
opinion
break
on the
at
game than
least.
these
I mean,
two
I think
women.
it is, yes,
Because
I
like they're
know,
they're better
easy
players.
for you.
Not saying they're just because they're women, but it's
Go
just
for a
like there's
meme,
better
flash
players.
100%, and I'm just going to throw it all.
And I don't know who these are.
But if I'm trying to
I
play
know-
serious,
I don't know who
it's
they
gonna
are,
be
so that's the
either
problem.
hard breach claymore or hard breach EMPs. Just to like put in a final thing from my perspective, M4. M4.
And then period.
She does.
M4 period, exactly.
I mean, the M4
You
is
can play
good.
the
I agree
season
there.
test server
I agree
for
there.
Operation
The
New
M4 is
Blood
good.
starting next week. Explore the strategies with both Sentry and Striker, and polish your skills with Endless Drift.
I just don't know who they are.
This is also where I remind you about R6 Fix, the place to report issues you encounter and earn rewards for helping us out. Now, before we wrap up, we have an experiment for you that could turn into a few.
I have no idea who those were. I'm not even trying to be mean. Fix your game, bro. No one cares about your stupid elite. Probably. They're probably not that good. I don't know who they are. So, like, Royal Penguin. Somebody. Like, people who play the game. Or, like, who are really good at the game. I don't know who those are. I'd never even seen those players before. I just wanted to get some, like, extra check marks. I don't know how it'd be. 2 elite skins.